back with the Career Center of the East Baton Rouge Parish Library. Today we will be talking about how to master the remote or online job interview. If you have watched our other video about how to master the job interview, you are familiar with everything you need to do to have a great interview performance. Today we will briefly look at the special remote or online job interview rules, as these kind of interviews are becoming more and more common these days. So let's take a look. What's special about these interviews, as you can see, is especially the first two items: the technology, the equipment, and the software you need. So let's take a look at those and what you really need to watch out for. You either need a laptop, a tablet, or a phone with a camera, obviously. And in general, a laptop is your better option just because it's more stable, it's bigger, it's better to handle than a phone. Now, sometimes if a phone or a tablet is all you have, then that's what you use and that will be fine. But what you have to watch out for is that it sits there in a stable manner. So have a tripod or have some stable setup that your phone doesn't all of a sudden slip down, fall over, or anything like that in the middle of your job interview. Find out beforehand what software will be used. Do you need to download anything? Is it an app? Then maybe you can't use your laptop after all. Do you need to create an account in advance? Those are all things you want to clarify before the day and time of the interview. There are currently about 2 different ways to do online job interviews. One is a live 2-way stream, usually via Skype or Zoom or WebEx or some others, where you're talking in real time to a person that can be anywhere in the world through an online application. Then there is the one-way job interview, very often done through a software called HireVue. I'm sure there are others, but HireVue is the one that we encounter the most often. You definitely want to know which one of these it is in advance because they take different prep work and a different setup. Now let's go and look back at our infographic. What else do we need to pay attention to? Obviously dress. You dress just like for a regular job interview. Well, why, you figure? All that needs to look good is, down to the waist, and then I could wear pajama pants or yoga pants. Yes, in theory you could. But what if something falls down and you need to get up? Ooh, do you really want to see them dressed well until about right here, and then your pajama pants or yoga pants? Just don't go there. Just don't tempt it. Dress like you regularly would with your regular business pants. Now, very important, you need to find a good, quiet, well-lit place. If you have roommates, children, or pets in the house, you need to banish them for the time of the interview, okay? No interruptions. We've seen it all right now in the times of Corona where kids jump into live streams or Zoom conferences of their parents. That's cute, but those parents already have a job. That's what they're doing right now. You don't have a job yet. You're interviewing for one. So leave kids and pets and everything out. Just you and your computer. So let's talk about a little more about surroundings and light. This is much more tricky than you might think. Plain or simple background. No elaborate painting in the background, no elaborate statue, no bookshelf that's messy. Shelves can be fine if there's just a few things in them and it looks very orderly. The attention should be on you. They should look at you and not at the things that might be in your background. Soft or natural lighting is best, and ideally from the front or above. No backlighting. Watch the camera angle. You want the camera to be higher than your eyes, ideally, and not come from here, the terrible double chin up your nose kind of look. That does not look attractive on most people. Some of you might be able to pull it off. Most of us are definitely not. Important, look at the camera, not your image on the screen. If you've ever done Skype or Zoom, you will see that the person you're talking to has a large image on the screen, but you see yourself in a little image on the screen, usually up in the corner, and it's extremely tempting for us to look at ourselves on this little image. But then that's what the other person sees. They see you look there and not directly at them. So very important, look at that little camera on your computer. If it's something you see as a problem where you tend to veer back to looking at you, put a photo right, tape it behind or beside the camera or something that draws your attention so that you look right at that spot. It's okay to have notes, right? You have notes around your workspace and nobody can see it. But be aware, when you look at those notes, the people you're interviewing with, they see you look away from the camera. So I just want you to be aware of it. It's okay to have them, but every time you take a look at those notes, they will notice you're looking somewhere else. Now let's look at those lighting issues we said. So here we go. We said natural lighting, right? There we go. Natural lighting. Does it look good? No. Because for once, the lighting comes from the back, which it should not. Then the background. This is not plain or simple. So if I was interviewing, by the way, this is my wonderful colleague Case. If I was interviewing Case right now, I might be tempted to follow the clouds or look at the clouds and really not concentrate on him. So that is something you do not want to happen. The other thing you see is the angle, right? This is the famous double chin, which he doesn't have, but some of us do, and up the nose shot. So you don't want that. Now let's, look at my wonderful colleague Rick, and his picture is better. So plain and simple background and a much better camera angle. As with the regular job interview, this counts even more for the online interview. You have to practice, practice, practice. For many of us, this is still not very intuitive using this technology. Most of us are much more used to talking to people in a room, face to face. So you do want to practice. For one-way interviews like HireVue, so the way these work is you're actually not talking to a person live. What it is you're logging into a software and they're displaying the interview questions on the screen and you're just speaking into the camera and it records your answer. So for these kind of interviews, you want to record yourself. Take your phone, take your tablets, record yourself answering common interview questions, and then look at it and see, how do I look? Is the angle right? Is the lighting right? Is my makeup right? How do I sound? Do my answers make sense? For two-way interviews, like Skype, Zoom, WebEx, Google Meets, or whichever other software, actually practice it live with a friend. Have a Zoom meeting with them. We seem to do it all the time right now anyway. Record it if you can, and then later watch the recording. Again, you will see angles, lighting, and especially your answers and how you come across on these two-way online interviews. If you either don't have the technology or if you don't have friends you want to do it with, come and contact us at the Career Center. We do this all the time. For once, we can, if you have an online interview scheduled and either don't have a good space or don't have the technology to do it, we will sit you in a room and we will give you a laptop for the time of your interview as well with the webcam. We will log you into the software. And if it doesn't work right the first time, we do have computer services in-house to help you. We can also do this for practice purposes. Again, it is something we do all the time. We will Skype with you, Zoom with you. If you want to, we can record it. You can look at it later, or we can do it without recording, and we give you feedback right then. This is how you can contact us if you have any questions regarding the online or remote interview. If you liked our video, give us a thumbs up or subscribe to our channel. Thanks. Until next time.